and welcome to our 25.1 release, which is available to you now. I'm Sam, a solution engineer here at Empowered, and I'm going to be walking you through some very exciting enhancements that we've got in this release. But before we start, I just want to give a massive shout out to our product and development teams. They've been working tirelessly over the past quarter to complete these changes, which I am lucky enough to get to show you today. For this video, I'm going to use our enterprise risk management template, which some of you might be familiar with, but to those who aren't, I assure you, these enhancements can be utilized by any connected risk user, regardless of your use case. But let's jump straight in. The first enhancement I have for you is actually a major improvement to the way that we store and manage attachments within connected risk. I'm talking about our Microsoft Office integration. With the Office integration, your team can create and edit Word, Excel, and PowerPoint documents directly within connected risk, eliminating past workflow interruptions when downloading and exporting files or when encountering version conflicts. I just recently got notified by the system that I have a control assessment coming due. This is a perfect opportunity to show how the Office integration works in practice. As you can see under our code of conduct policy, we have 3 attachments from different Microsoft applications: Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. If I edit this policy and look at those attachments, a few options are presented to me. Let's say that I needed to make updates to the text in this policy. In this case, we'll use the code of conduct Word document. If I select Edit in Office for the web, I am taken to a live version of my Word document where I can go about making changes in the exact same way I normally would in my desktop application. Any changes I make are automatically saved to the file contained in connected risk. Our Office integration also allows for collaboration with other users. Multiple users can access the document at the same time, allowing for co-authoring of live documents. You'll just see each other's initials and you can work collaboratively. Now, perhaps you and a colleague have made some changes to the document which weren't correct. Perhaps you want them undone. With this enhancement, you can enable an edit history for your Office attachments. You will have the option to set the frequency of edit history entries and the number of days to retain those entries. So, if we use the example of our Word document again and return to its overview, we actually have a View Edit History button, which when clicked will display all of the different versions of this document that you can restore at any time. Another great feature included in this enhancement is that you can create new Office documents directly within connected risk. So no more juggling about with local files, downloading and re-uploading Office documents. Managing attachments can all be done in connected risk itself. If we follow our standard Add Attachment button, we now have the option to create a new Office document, which I can select, provide a name and description, and decide which document type I want to use. So why don't we create a Code of Conduct Policy Tracker, set it to Excel. As soon as I save, Excel will open straight up where I can begin editing. Being the first to know when changes have been made is crucial in stopping small issues from becoming big risks. Therefore, the next big piece we have to talk about is our enhanced personalized alerts. Have you ever wanted to know when there's been a change to your data in connected risk? Well, in 25.1, you can create personalized alerts that will notify you that there has been changes to the data that you've selected. So let's look at an example. I've set up some alert rules here, ensuring that connected risk tells me when these columns have changed. You can add your rules, give them a title, and select from one of the enabled nodes a column which you want to be notified about. You can also remove rules at any time, making your experience far more tailored than it has ever been before. For this example, I have 3 risk node alert rules here, which will notify me whenever there has been a change in data for residual risk, the risk description, or whether the risk is key. But let's see this in practice. I'm in my home dashboard here, where we've actually surfaced the alerts that I'm already getting today from the rules I've set up previously. I have a summary of all of my alerts for the day, with some key information regarding the changes in values and for which instances. So if we remember back, there have clearly been some changes to some risks. I'm being informed of what those changes are and when they were made. But if I edit one of my risks, for example, hardware defects, and change one of my columns, maybe if I set key risk to yes, and save our page, when I return to my alerts, I'm shown all the information I need to know about the change. What you can also do is choose to get a daily email summary of all of the alerts that you've had in the past 24 hours, which will look something like this. This just ensures that you don't miss any critical changes to data within the system. Connected risks charting has been completely overhauled in the past few releases, and now it's easier than ever to surface your data in a really striking way. Not only have we made the chart builder easier to use for default charts, but in 25.1, users can create their own personalized charts without impacting the experience of any other user. If I scroll down on my dashboard here, all of my charts are now available to edit using the pencil icon. If I were to edit risk ratings, for example, I'm now taken to a condensed version of the chart builder where I can change its type. Perhaps I wanted this information to be displayed in a column or a bar chart or something a little more exotic. I can give it a different title. I can change the appearance and a host of other options that allows me to fully customize this chart the way that I want. What you'll also notice is the ability to add other columns to the chart, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in the next section of the video. But once I save my chart, the builder will close. I return to its location, I'll see the chart that I have just created. This is for my eyes only and won't impact anyone else's experience. Having said that, we always have the option available to us to reset the chart to its original state. Now, it's not just existing charts that users can personalize. Something that is really going to make your summary pages pop is being able to create charts from the summaries themselves. I might be a risk manager in charge of monitoring all of the risks within the portal. By selecting the Add Chart button, I'm again met with the condensed chart builder, where I can select from the usual charting options. But what you'll notice is that all of these columns that were contained in my risk summary page are immediately available for selection. I might want to compare the number of controls and the number of org units for our risks. I can do that here, or I can even select other columns contained within the node. I would save my chart as we did before, and as we do so, it will appear above the summary for my eyes only. Similar to before, if I wanted to remove the chart, I could do so, and my page would return back to normal. For some time now, it's been challenging to stay on top of reassigning work to other users prior to being out of office. often leading to times where due dates have not been met when the work had actually been completed by someone else. In 25.1, that will no longer be a problem. For all connected risk users, they will have the ability to schedule when they are out of office and nominate other users to action their items during that period. I can see that this user has an out of office period for the 25th to the 28th of March and has assigned all of their items to 3 separate people. I am logged in as one of those users, and what you may have noticed is that they actually have an icon with a red notification badge, meaning that they have a list of outstanding delegated actions to complete during the out of office period. On this page, I have all of the relevant details on the outstanding items, and once they are complete, the red badge will be removed from the menu icon. When the out of office period expires, we will no longer see the icon in our left-hand menu. The items that you have just seen in this video are the highlights from our latest release, but we do have many more. You saw a glimpse today of our personalized chart builder, but generally speaking, we have improved charting by making it far easier for any user to make charts and to export them. Another feature that is worth mentioning is personalized organizational charts. Each user can disclose their manager, and subsequently, Connected Risk will build them their own org chart for them to view on their user profile page. We also fixed 23 bugs this quarter in areas such as our dashboarding, security, reporting, and user interface. But if you're interested in learning more about all the enhancements we've made, please feel free to read the latest release notes or reach out to your customer success manager. But that concludes our 25.1 release. Thank you very much for watching.